Have you ever dreamt of paddling across a crystal clear lake with the Teton Range reflected on the surface? Or maybe you crave a scenic drive with mountains so amazing they look like something out of a painting. Well, buckle up, because in this video, we're taking you on a tour of Grand Teton National Park. We'll show you the hidden waterfalls, the best spots to capture iconic shots, and the wildlife you just might bump into. So get ready as we explore Grand Teton National Park. Imagine this, a crystal clear turquoise lake reflecting the peaks of the Grand Tetons like a giant mirror. That's Jenny Lake, the heart of Grand Teton National Park. This lake is surrounded by beautiful scenery with towering mountains on one side and green forests on the other. Whether you want to hike along the shoreline with awesome views the whole way, or you want to rent a kayak and paddle right into the heart of the landscape, Jenny Lake has something for everyone.
So this is where they said they saw a black bear crossing. Maybe about what? 10 minutes ago? 15 minutes ago. So we have our eyes peeled for black bear right now. Whose idea was it not to buy bear spray? I don't think we ever talked about it. There's my map guy. Let me see.
Nice.
Hello, Captain.
Nice.
Jackson Lake is a kayaker's dream. Unlike Jenny Lake, known for its proximity to the visitor center, Jackson Lake offers a sense of isolation. Explore hidden coves and inlets, keeping an eye out for moose grazing on the shoreline or bald eagles soaring overhead. With rentals available at Coulter Bay Village, Jackson Lake is a must-do for anyone visiting the park.
Captain,
I got that.
how was it?
Good, bro. It's perfect.
And we didn't get lost thanks to the map guy.
Oh, perfect, God.
Yeah, we made it back.
Jackson Hole in the summertime is a whole different adventure than it is in the wintertime. With its art galleries, cute shops, delicious eats, and lively scene, the town of Jackson Hole is the perfect way to unwind after a day exploring the park. One of the great things about Jackson Hole in the summer is that it's way less crowded than it is in the winter.
Ooh. Oh, let me get the right background for you. There we go. So we just came to Mormon Row, which is an area in the national park where the Mormons came and settled and lived, and they've preserved some of the buildings here. And this building that we're going to go check out right now is, I believe his name was John Moulton. He was a homesteader that came here, and it's a very famous barn. I guess it's a barn. It's supposedly the most photographed barn ever, because it has such an amazing backdrop. So we're here to check it out. Interesting fact, the Mormons were anti-turning the Grand Teton area into a national park. When John D. Rockefeller came down here and started buying up properties all around the area to eventually donate them to the government, they were part of the resistance that didn't want it to be a national park because this is where they lived. Interesting fact.
In a time before Grand Teton National Park, when cowboys roamed and a small, tight-knit community thrived, there was Mormon Row. Back in the late 1890s, Mormon settlers looking for a fresh start carved out a life in Jackson Hole. Today, a handful of those historic buildings still stand. Silent tales of a bygone era. It's a fascinating glimpse into the past that makes you wonder what life was like for those early settlers.
So reading a little history here, what we discovered is that when the Mormons came here at the turn of the century, there were a few families that set up their homesteads, and they all helped each other. So they had farms and they had livestock and things like that, but they all shared, sort of like, I guess, a modern day commune. But they all shared things, and the barn that we just photographed over there was T.A. Moulton's barn, and now we're over by John Moulton's. I think they were brothers, but I can't be sure. Now we're over by his homestead area where he had some houses and I think a barn. And I mean, the backdrop, no wonder they picked this place. Look at the backdrop is amazing. Imagine looking out of your house or your window and just seeing that. I mean, pretty incredible.
Crystal clear water, reflecting the jagged peaks of the Grand Tetons in perfect detail. That's the magic of Schwabacher Landing. This peaceful spot along the Snake River is famous for its unbelievably still water, creating a mirror image of the mountains so stunning that it feels unreal.
Still a hike on to Schwabacher's Landing, another very famously photographed area.
A little more.
Following us again.
We didn't get up early enough to get that reflection from the still stream. Still, yeah. You have to get up before sunrise. Again, it's about 3 p.m. Bright and early for us.
If you're interested in checking out the national parks that we visited, check out our national park playlist. And hopefully one day, we'll see you on the road.